Of the bigs will loom large in this one. Let's keep an eye on points in the paint. That could be a key indicator of who's winning that matchup.
Always fun to watch a good big man matchup, even with the guys who can shoot these days.
No doubt about it. Versatility at that spot is key.
And it's Detroit with the ball, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. To the right side, back to Bryant. Outside, Hill. 5 to shoot. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
There's a screen by Anthony. Three-pointer. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when he'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Back over to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
McDaniels a screen. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Hill.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
Now Bryant. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. No one near him. And again, it's Detroit converting.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
To the paint. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Man, good things tend to happen when you run your offense through Steph.
Pass to Kidd. Shoots over Curry. The shot by Kidd, no good.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Curry looking it over. There's a screen by Anthony. Back to Curry. From outside the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Now here's Bryant. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
With all eyes on Steph when he has the ball, his teammates find openings, and he finds them.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
How about the bounce?
We could call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Right side Tatum. He nails it, and we're tied.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
Now here's Hill. Can't connect from short range. And a deep 3 from Curry. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up to Detroit. Here's Antetokounmpo. Inside. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
You gotta love his unselfishness. And you know his coach does as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And it's Detroit with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Fox. And he banks in the layup.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Harden surveying the D. Out left to the wing. The kick out, Curry. Back to Adebayo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
Carter passing the rock. It's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, Adebayo is always a threat to dunk it. He's light on his feet and extremely explosive.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Here's Baylor. Still no points. It's Edwards on the wing. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Harden. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And it's Tatum missing. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And here's Curry. The kick out to Williams. There's Tatum with the three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a look.
18.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man. Just great selfless basketball.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you guys.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. Pass to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, the vertical Gordon has is phenomenal. So why settle for the layup when you can just slam it down? He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
The #1 overall pick in 2020. Greg, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, BA. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Here's Edwards. Following the score by Los Angeles. Nash misses. Pass to Anthony. Knocked away. Here's Baylor. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Anthony. From deep, Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Now here's Edwards. Averaging around 5 points a game. Wembanyama, no good. Anthony with it. Checked by Gordon. Nice move. And Anthony slams it in.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Baylor, that's good.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Anthony outside. Abdul-Jabbar. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Three-pointer, Anthony. Rebound by Baylor. Pass to Nash. Wembanyama screen. The shot, no good. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Give him 8. Over Wembanyama. Again, Los Angeles.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Pass to Baylor. Here's Nash. Floats one up. The shot that time not on target.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Now here's Richardson. No points yet. Three-pointer, Anthony. Nails it from 3. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Here's Kidd, still without a bucket. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To halt the run. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles leading by 9. Curry from deep three-point land. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Antetokounmpo with it. Now guarded by Curry. Antetokounmpo inside. No luck on that one. Curry with it. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. And 1:01 left to play in the first half. Pass to Kirilenko. Here's Kidd. He's covered by Curry. Clock at 6. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's McDaniels. And that one comes up a bit short. Detroit trails by 9. Bryant outside. 24 seconds left to play in the half. That shot off. Jackson, the screen. Pass to Battier. The 3 is up. The rebound by Detroit.
Lakers foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That one's off.
At the line for 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That one's no good. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And that one misses. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Your Pistons.
And so it's Los Angeles. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's Bryant. Wembanyama screen. Wembanyama with the easy two.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Antetokounmpo, that's good. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the night.
Got to appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis, rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
Pass to Kidd. On the wing, Bryant. 6 points for him. Shoots over Tatum. Bryant, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Curry. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Oh, get that weak stuff out of here. Giannis doing everything he can to protect the rim. And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
First team foul.
Now Bryant. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Misses from close range. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back to you guys.
Not a bad idea. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. All right, Tim, back in 1996, you led the league in 3-point percentage. You shot 52% on 3 attempts per game. Talk about the hot hand.
Well, B.A., it shows you how much the game has changed. I had the green light, but it was a different shade of green. I still only took 3 per game. Now you have multiple guys every night that will take 3 in the first quarter.
That green light's now neon green for many.
No doubt.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get... that one. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the 3-point line.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Assisted.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Left side Hill. They need this. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. The 3 from Curry. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Curry's got 9 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Wembanyama screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got his third basket on the night right there.
Yeah, sometimes even Giannis needs help. The play gets him all the room he needs to strike.
Detroit trails by 17. Back to Bryant. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. And yep, it's good. And the Lakers lead by 19.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Bryant. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Outside, Green. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Hill with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively. Detroit moving the ball around. Pass to Wembanyama. And here is Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Anthony with a bucket.
A shoot-first guard who also is selfless. Curry continues to add to his resume.
Legs, you look at Jalen Williams coming out of college. Early doubts about his athletic ceiling proving unfounded.
No question about it. There were limitations placed on him as an athlete because he's got a fairly unique build if you think about it. Really long arms and barrel-chested, but his agility really opening eyes.
When you can never underestimate the heart, and he plays with a lot of it.
Absolutely. And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead. He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Why even try in there against Wembanyama? I mean, it's just too difficult.
Here's Kidd. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Stephen Curry. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities. Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he can't hit the second. And he nails the third. And it's Detroit with the ball. Here's Hill. Antetokounmpo. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Antetokounmpo. And rejected. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Bryant. To the middle. Picked it out of midair. Williams from long range. And the three-pointer goes.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's Los Angeles. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Well, you ask the older generation about load management, they'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Edwards for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Anthony with a bucket.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
And it's Tatum missing. And it's Detroit with the ball. Jacks up a three. And again, no good by Detroit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Williams. Count it. Good.
Jalen Williams.
And here's Detroit. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And the basket by Nash.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Pass to Tatum. Down low. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, B.A., some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
And Williams has got the ball here for Los Angeles. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. So it's Los Angeles now. Pass to Williams. McDaniels up top. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. From downtown. McDaniels, that's good. McDaniels got himself on the board with a three there.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Here's Kirilenko. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Now Los Angeles moving it up. A nice shot by Tatum.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Here's Nash. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Second personal foul.
And the NBA certainly responsive to the fans, Tim. But some say they just want to complain.
Well, the social media era has given fans more of a voice than ever before, but it also breeds shorter attention spans, so the league is right to be proactive.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
There's Tatum with the three. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
He's taking what he can get here as a three in each half.
Shot is good by Gordon.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
McDaniels got room. And off the front iron, and in it goes. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
It took a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And Edwards' teammates encourage him to be aggressive because when he is, he forces the defense's hand.
That one misses. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on the second one. Well, Legs, being a GM in the NBA is a tough gig. What's the most important part of the job, in your opinion?
Well, BA, evaluating talent is still the main responsibility of the job. That includes drafting, free agency, even selecting a coach. But then it's about building relationships, establishing communication, and culture.
Ooh, sounds like a lot of qualifications that you have.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable right here, if that's okay.
And something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
And depending on the severity of that, it could be next man up mentality.
There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Curry draws the double. To the wing, right side. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for the Lakers, Shane Battier.
And he's good on the second. 1:58 left to play in the fourth. Here's Hill. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see. It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
Second personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one of the most prolific offensive players of his era, James Harden. The Beards led the league in assists and scoring, and very few guys can say that.
Pass to Nash. Back to Bryant. Takes the three. Fires in the triple.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
The three from Curry. Gets the 3 ball to go. Curry's got 15 points in just the second half.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year. Nash misses.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Curry, that's good.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
He gets it in there.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the jam.
And just tremendous putback ability. Giannis with that length and agility, just unstoppable.
Stephen Curry.
That one's good for 2.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Here's Nash. No good from outside. Stolen by Bryant. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, Hola, and welcome to Noche Latina, an NBA celebration of Latin heritage. We're proud to bring it to you here at 2K Sports. And so off the tip, it's Los Angeles. Here's Anthony. McDaniels. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Up top, Curry. Clock at 6. Here's Anthony. And Bryant pulls it down. And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's Kidd. Back to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And here's Bryant outside. Hits the trifecta. Oh, man, this should be fun tonight. These teams love to let it fly from deep.
Oh, both these teams live and die by the three-pointer. If they're both on, we'll have a really high-scoring game. But if not, we might have enough bricks for houses at both ends.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Abdul-Jabbar.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Curry. Anthony, right side. The rebound by Detroit. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Here's Bryant. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. That one goes in.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Bryant. And the 10-footer finds the target. Abdul-Jabbar's gotten his second bucket.
Hey, nice hook shot. That's a go-to move for him.
Bryant, no good.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
And here's Anthony. Back to Curry. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Inside. Curry with a steal. To the middle. Anthony with a bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You gladly take those.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. And Wembanyama has the ball here for Detroit. And here's Bryant outside. Tatum pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Anthony left side. Outside McDaniels. Stolen by Bryant. And here they come. Pass to Kidd. Back to Wembanyama. Out to the right wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Detroit.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Los Angeles trails by 6. Tatum with a screen. To the inside. Abdul-Jabbar.
An excellent passing wing. Jalen Williams can run offense. Picked up an assist right there.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Pass to Curry. Puts up a three. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, at this point, you're almost shocked when Steph misses a three, especially from the corner.
Here's Nash. Misses the three. Now Williams. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Now Tatum. Jackson the screen. A nice shot by Tatum.
That was a beautiful screen set there. And look, Tatum, he'll take care of the rest.
Pass to Nash. The three. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The three from Curry. The rebound by Detroit. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with J.J. Redick. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. 6 on the shot clock. Kobe grabs the miss. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Los Angeles making a change here. 1:03 left in the opening quarter. Outside Edwards. Soft touch off the glass.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Harden with it. And then Harden with the jam!
Oh, that has to hurt if you're the defense. Harden getting fancy with the jam.
There's the three. And the basket by Nash. Nash has got 7 points.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Back to Adebayo. Jacks up a three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Pass to Wembanyama. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's the three. That shot, no good. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Detroit on top. They're up by 4. And we'll bring you this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Here's Kidd. Pass to Thompson. Lopez, the screen. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And that one's good.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. We hit it.
Now Los Angeles moving it up. Three-pointer, Anthony. Knocks down the long J. Anthony's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
On the break, the defense didn't want to give up anything inside, so he pops it over the top.
Lopez, the screen. And here's Thompson for 3. And Detroit another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Down low. Here's Abdul-Jabbar.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Kidd. Thompson outside. stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Harden. Fires the three. And Los Angeles, another three.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Anthony grabs the board. Pass to Williams. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Oh, get that weak stuff out of here. Giannis doing everything he can to protect the rim.
Thompson. And again, it's Detroit converting.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots over Lopez. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
You don't see the hook shot too often these days, but hey, it can be so effective. And that's his 3rd turnover of the quarter. He's got to slow things down. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Wes Unseld. Michael Ray Richardson.
So it's Los Angeles now. Trailing by 2. Pass to Unseld. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a 1-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
And Detroit making a change here. Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Wembanyama screen. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good off the glass. Back to Curry. Pass to Jackson. Fires for 3. And he buries his first look.
One of many weapons in Jackson Jr.'s arsenal. He can spot up on you and make it look too easy.
Here's Bryant. Here's Kidd. Back to Bryant. 6 to shoot. For 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
One of the only ways to slow down Antetokounmpo is to get physical with him. But you know what? That may not work. He is so good at absorbing contact in the paint.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Guys?
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Here's Tatum. Here's the teardrop. Thompson with some nice D.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Green with the defensive effort.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
McDaniels, that's good.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Antetokounmpo outside. Shoots it from the corner. Thompson, that's good. Thompson's got 10.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Pass to Thompson. Lets the three fly. McDaniels with the rebound. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Lakers. Green, a screen. Here's Curry. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Operating the pick and roll like a surgeon. Curry just taking what he sees.
It's stolen by Green. And they're running. He stops. He pops. Again, Los Angeles. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Thompson outside. This one for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. It's stolen away. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry with a steal. The kick to Tatum. Outside Curry. Back to Tatum. Left side Curry. 5 on the clock. Wide open look. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Curry's got 6 here in the quarter. And that'll do it for the first half of play. It's Los Angeles up 8. And we'll be back right after this.
35.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Detroit trails by 8. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Can't connect from short range. Shot on the wing. Edwards pulls it in.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
The ball's knocked loose. For 3, Anthony. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Detroit moving the ball around. From downtown. And again, no good by Detroit.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Pass to Anthony. From the arc. Yes. And a nice assist from Harden. Anthony's got 10.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Nash. Nails it from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
Right side, Harden. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Capable of playing either guard position. Harden's sense for when his teammates are open is ridiculous.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to Adebayo. Outside for Harden. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Covered by Wembanyama. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
That's what happens when you try to challenge Wemby. If you don't know, now you know.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. 4 on the clock. For 3, Anthony. The rebound by Detroit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Wembanyama. Hill with it. Richardson picks him up. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Now McDaniels. Back to Richardson. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Yeah, good anticipation helps Edwards see the shot forming. Then his speed gets him there for the block.
Coming out of half, they're 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
Right side, Richardson. Anthony outside. Just 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Nash. And again, no good by Detroit. Right side, Richardson. McDaniels got room. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Wembanyama screen. Oh, they pick off the pass. Pass to Baylor to win the drought. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
I want to say that that's great vision from Wemby, but he can see everything from that height, anticipating that the player was going to be there.
And it's Richardson penetrating. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Both teams will make substitutions. Detroit trails by 11. Outside, Hill uses the glass on the layup. Hill's gotten his first basket of the night.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. The NBA has its eyes on the old continent. Commissioner Silver said there continues to be an enormous opportunity to take basketball to another level in Europe. The quality of the basketball there has been fantastic, and we think there's a commercial opportunity to create something special. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, appreciate the update. Here's Curry. Giannis with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And stolen by Adebayo. Outside Curry. Adebayo up top. Back to Curry. To the middle. Uncovered. That one a little long.
It is a shame to see a high percentage look go to waste. He'll be hearing about this one in the locker room, I'm sure.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Thompson's shot is off. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And here's Curry for 3. A rebound by Baylor. Detroit trails by 8. On the wing, Thompson. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Tatum. Nice look inside from Tatum.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. And so it's Los Angeles up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Los Angeles leading by 8. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Green. Back to Tatum. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And here's Detroit. It's stolen by Curry. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Shoots. Here's Kidd. Detroit moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Thompson fires from way outside. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
Right side Tatum. On the wing, Green. The kick out to Adebayo. The rebound by Detroit.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Down low. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Right side Curry. Here we go, all alone. The shake. Wembanyama. Oh, Green with a block.
This is the lockdown defense you expect from Green. So good at anticipating attack.
Pass to Baylor. Wembanyama, high post. Inside. Out to Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Got a hand on it. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And some changes here for Detroit. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Booker with it. Guarded now by Williams. He's all alone. And Williams punches punches it home.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
There's Booker slicing inside.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Anthony with a bucket.
That's his third triple of the night, his second since halftime.
Pass to Nash. Now here's Bryant. Here's Nash. Screen by Gordon. For three, Booker. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Detroit trails by 11. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Lopez. Gordon outside. Here's Nash. Launches it from deep. Can't hit that one. And here's Anthony. Fires it from 14. And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Gordon fires. The three is in.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
Oh, he comes right back with a three of his own.
He's starting to pick it up from downtown. Made just one in the first half, but he's drained three more since.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to... Call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Detroit trails by 13. Bryant outside. It's deflected. Anthony buries it from outside.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Rebounded by Adebayo. Los Angeles leading by 16. He launches. Oh, he stayed with it, but he couldn't get it to fall. Shoots it. Booker. And Booker cash on the three.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
Puts it up from 17. Yes, sir!
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Lakers.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
Bryant outside. Oh, off target from downtown. Anthony with it. And Lopez picks him up.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And Anthony, here we go. He gets it in there. Anthony's got 31.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Back to Booker. Here's Nash. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And Booker is more than just a scorer. Very capable of getting it to his teammates.
Pistons ball.
And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. Here's Booker. Shoots a three. Oh, the shot is off. Anthony fires. Not that time. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win.